if I'm an internet director or general manager of a dealership and I wanted to see what I'm paying for, so let's go through. Show me where I could see my lead count. How many leads did I get through email? How many leads did I get through phone call? So how do I see that?
So it's all going to be, great question, Sean. So it's all going to be emails, because keep in mind, the customer goes to a website, whether it be the TrueCar.com or Wall Street Journal or American Express. The customer goes to a website, they select the particular vehicle that they're looking for, and that information gets downloaded into the CRM. So it wouldn't be a phone call. It would only be...
So unlike, so this is important. No, this is a learning point. So unlike Auto Trader, Car Gurus, you guys don't offer 800 numbers if somebody sees a used, even on the used program, even for a used inventory-based opportunity, you don't offer a phone number for somebody to call directly to the dealership?
The dealership's phone number will be listed on our site, yes, but we don't offer
well, no,
like a tracking number.
Oh, yeah, because, like, for example...
we can display that.
Yeah, again, I love the TrueCar program, so I want to be clear. I'm not critiquing in a negative way. I just want to correlate so I have the right information. Because when you go to Auto Trader, you go to Car Gurus or Cars.com, you know, what they say statistically on online classifieds, you're going to have, you know, way more phone ups than you're going to have email leads. And so for these other companies to justify their existence and validate, look, I'm not a lead source provider, we are an online classified, they count everything. They show you how many email purchase requests that came through. They show you how many site links they have, you know, from Auto Trader to the dealership's inventory. They also show you how many phone ups have you received from, you know, the from the campaigns. So I just want to be clear. So there's no way that TrueCar is able to let the dealer know how many people started on the TrueCar platform and called the dealership.
Right. Well, keep in mind that in order to get to this information, the customer would have had to register and log in before they can get to any dealer and pricing information. So we already know who that consumer is and which site they came from, and then the consumer will select...
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, I've been doing internet sales for 18 years, brother. I'm just saying, for me, though, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, for me, I would love to be able to identify, if I have Auto Trader, I would like to know as an internet director and GM, if I'm spending $2,500 a month or $10,000 a month on Auto Trader, how many, you know, email leads am I generating? How many site links am I generating? How many phone calls am I generating? Same thing with TrueCar. If I'm spending X amount of dollars in TrueCar, I get it. The model is if you sell, but I'd like to be able to identify how did I incept the opportunity? How many people, you know, took advantage of calling me? How many people, you know, texted me? How many people emailed me from the TrueCar initiative? Does that make sense?
Right.
So I just want to be, so basically what you're saying, so we can move on to this, is that as of right now, the only notification that a dealer will get is an email format. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's fine. Okay.
To the CRM.
Okay, so that's fine. So then they're email leads. Out of those email leads, you know, show me that screen. Just show me that we're able to identify how many people bought a car. Now, is that people bought a car from me, or is that people that bought a car from any dealership that were a TrueCar lead? How does that work?
And that would be from you, because these are introductions that are unique to that particular dealer's store. But what we will do, though, if that customer goes somewhere else and buys instead of buying from this dealer, then we will notify them we have what we call the sold elsewhere tag, and that will let that dealer know that customer John Smith went and purchased that vehicle somewhere else.
How often is that data? So like if I started this March 1st, at the end of March, you'll be able to let me know how many prospects I've received, how many bought from me, and how many bought elsewhere?
Absolutely. So it's updated on a daily basis.
All right. Now, do you identify why they bought elsewhere?
No, we don't. What we do have, though, is in this, we have what we call a dealer report card. So the dealer can go in there, and we can go under the account summary here. So to answer your question is, we have what we call monthly scorecards. So the dealer can go into this, and we have something that's going to be coming out very soon. So the dealer can log in, they can see their activity for their store, they can break it down by model, they can see new car requests within a 30-mile radius of their store, new car requests to that dealership at any distance. We can also scroll down, and we can see a breakdown of introductions. So from 0 to 15 miles, this particular dealership had 96 introductions. They closed 10.4%. We matched 10 sales out of that 96. That was in the month of December. So what we also have with what we call the TrueCar Sales Analyzer, I can even dwindle that down to zip codes, know where that customer came from, and if they did buy from somewhere else, like say, for example, if I'm a Nissan dealer and I had a sold elsewhere customer, our sales analyzer will tell that dealer what type of vehicle they purchased. They went to another dealer, they bought a Nissan Altima, or they bought a Honda Accord. So that way they'll know whether was it a competitive make model that the customer bought, or what was going on with it exactly.
Okay, cool. That's perfect.
That's something that's optional for the dealers to opt into, and it's called the Sales Analyzer. And we've got a new version that will be coming out in Q2 of 2017.
Is that a cost? How much does that cost?
No charge at all. Everything that we do is at no additional cost to the dealer, because, again, at the end of the day, it's all about being able to help that dealer sell more cars and close more deals.
Okay.
So all this information.
Now, what about the dealers? Your model, I need to just to fast forward to this, is really important, is you only charge if a car gets sold. Is that correct?
In 35 states, that's right. So 35 states, what we call paper sale. And because of certain regulations, for example, California is different, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio, those states have different regulations, so we can't do paper sale models. But in 35 states, we are a paper sale. So every new vehicle is invoiced at $299 the following month. Every used car is invoiced at $399 the following month.
All right, then here's the climatic question that I got some dealers that are screaming on is, okay, let's say they get leads from, let's say they get an Auto by Tel lead first. They're paying for the Auto by Tel lead, and then a TrueCar lead comes in, but they sold the lead from Auto by Tel. Dealers push back that they don't want to get charged, for a deal that, if they could prove in the CRM that the Auto by Tel lead for, Karen Bradley on the 2017 Honda Accord came in, they don't want to get charged twice. You know what I mean? They don't mind paying for the TrueCar leads that come through that they actually sell. But if Karen Bradley's going to Auto by Tel, TrueCar, and Cars Direct, but they went to Auto by Tel first, they feel that they should get charged from TrueCar when they didn't get the lead from TrueCar first. What's TrueCar's position?
So, great question, and here's our position on that. So, obviously, of course, they didn't close the deal on Auto by Tel. So we feel as though TrueCar had influence on that sale because the customer went to one of our websites to register and log in to see, upfront pricing and select a particular dealership.
Well, no, how do you know? But no, wait a minute, real quick. I'm sorry to. I need.
We do understand that sometimes that happens. So if a customer goes, say, to an OEM website or dealer website, then we have a credit policy in place for that. Let's say, for example, a customer comes in and places a special order. As we know, sometimes those take 8 to 12 weeks. And then they go to TrueCar. We have a policy for that. We will not charge the dealer if that happens. All they would have to do is, email a copy of the deposit slip to the customer service, showing that, hey, we already had this customer put a deposit down for a special order vehicle. We already had that customer locked down, so that's not our customer. We won't try to take advantage of that situation.
All right, that's kind of an answer and kind of it is what it is. But I accept that. There's business rules. I mean, like TrueCar is in a position to turn around and write business rules, just like American Airlines is, just like Disney is, just like everybody else is. I mean, like it's just what the rules are. I think that there's a payoff there because I as a dealer, that's the only thing that I would get frustrated at is if I get multiple leads. However, the benefit is that I only get charged if something gets sold. So, you know what I mean? Like, I guess that, there's a huge benefit that I don't have to carry that expense, whether I sell a car or not. Theoretically, in a perfect world, I only pay for car deals that actually go through. But sometimes there will be crossover because J.D. Power says, and this is scripture, that the average, person has 24 stimulation points. So, they're not going to just only go to TrueCar. There's people that, and it happens to me all the time with my clients, is that somebody's going, they're calling us a phone up, then they're going to go to Auto by Tel. They might turn around and go to, Auto Trader, and they're also going to go to, TrueCar. They might go to TrueCar for a new car. They might go to Auto Trader for a used car. So, again, but you said something that's the first time I ever heard a TrueCar rep say or a representative say is that there are credit policies and that's all that really I like to be able to explain to my dealers is that look, it's not like you just get hammered and it is what it is. It's here's what the policy is, but if you could turn around and talk to your rep, they might be able to escalate it, and then who knows, depending on what the story is, it might be able to get credited or rectified. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, and it's written out specifically in black and white. I'll give you another example. Let's say that a customer comes to the dealership today and you pencil a deal, and for whatever reason they don't close today, and they go home and go to TrueCar's website. Well, that's what we call a showroom, and we will not invoice a dealer for that. Again, we understand sometimes these things happen, but if that customer comes into your store the same day and goes to TrueCar that night, then we're not going to charge the dealership for that. Now, if they go to TrueCar the next day, of course, then we had influence on that sale because we got them back into the store.
That's awesome.